Good morning, everyone. This video is for Tuesday. So I'm in Fukuoka now, in a forest out of nowhere, and I first thought of going down the mountain where I am right now to uh, film at the car or something like that. But then I thought, no, I can do this with the phone. The phone has enough battery. I will probably do that and try to summarize yesterday. I might do this if it works well. I might do this with the phone every day instead of doing it with a computer. It depends how well it the quality is and how easy it is to get. So yesterday I woke up pretty early, and I had some things, a meeting in Sweden that started at 1 in the evening and or the night rather, and we stopped around 3:30. So I was in bed around 4 o'clock in the morning, and so when I went up quite late, quite like at 8 I was awake. I tried to, I don't know the English word, but just stay in bed for a while. But I usually am, if I wake up and I am not very exhausted, and I don't think exhausted is the right word either. If I wake up and I'm not tired enough, then I am probably gonna get up anyway. And so I was very tired yesterday. Uh, so I went up. I started to prepare. I did some laundry. I packed my bags, and I also uh, sent away 2 packages. Those two I prepared on Monday. I sent away them, and after that I just went to Narita Airport. Kind of didn't have much other to do. I recorded videos as well, but it was more like finish everything I needed to do before leaving, and then make sure the apartment was in a good condition, so I won't come back to it smelling humid and shit. So anyhow, go to Narita, and at Narita Airport I spent like 3 hours before the plane should have left, maybe longer. First, I ate at a place, a ramen place, which is I see them everywhere, and it's usually quite cheap in town. But they were more expensively priced at the airport. But most things, including the convenience stores at the airport, are kind of the same as in town, which is refreshing. Because in Luleå, if you go out and buy something, or in Sweden, or almost any airport at all in Europe, if you go to the airport to buy the same thing from the same store that you could buy in town, it's a markup, a significant markup. But the only markup I noticed were the food places were a bit more expensive, but not all of them. Actually, there was a sushi place that had a very good price. I don't know if it was a chain store, but it was still very, very cheap kaiten sushi. Um, that I was considering, but I decided not to, because Fukuoka has a lot of fish, and I plan to eat a lot of fish dishes as well as uh, some variants of ramen I haven't eaten yet. So I ate some ramen and some gyoza just to have energy for the whole day, one meal for the entire day. Then I studied with a buddy. I lost a cord there, which I didn't know at the time, due to yeah, I don't know exactly what, but let's just say I was occupied by other things. Uh, we don't need to go into ranting details about that. It is nothing. So anyhow, the airplane though was when we got on the airplane, like everyone was on the airplane like 15 minutes before the boarding time ended, so half an hour before we were gonna take off. And I fell asleep almost instantly. I tried to read the rhyme on the manga on the airplane, but I fell asleep because I was so exhausted. And then I woke up 50 or 40 minutes later, and we were still at the airport. And for some reason there had been some problem with the plane or a takeoff thing, I don't know, because I woke up at the announcement that they now have fixed it and we should leave within 10 minutes. And then I fell asleep again, and next time I woke up we were in Fukuoka. And I actually filmed some things while taking off. Like we flew over Tokyo, and you could see very small the Sky Tree and the Tokyo Tower. So I tried to film that, and it's very blurry, but it exists. And it was fun to look at least, even though the movie is more for memory recollection, I guess, than to actually show anything of value. So about 1 hour and 10 minutes later, we landed in Fukuoka airport, and from there I just took a cab. I checked both the prices as well as the time it would take for me to take the public transport. The public transport would have taken like 40 minutes or something to my hotel, and just taking yeah, just taking a taxi would cost about twice as much, but take only 15 minutes, and I would go to directly to a hotel. And since I was tired, I did that instead. It was a capsule hotel, a luxury, or is a capsule hotel, a luxury capsule hotel. So I have my own kind of room. And kind of lockable and stuff like that. So it's not an open place like a normal capsule. But it was fun, and I haven't slept in a capsule more than like once as an emergency thing back 2010, 2000, no 2000, I don't know, in the past. And anyhow, so um, uh, so before I went to bed, I actually had to eat something because I felt like I had too little energy in me and would probably be feeling shit tomorrow if I didn't eat anything. So I bought some karaage, and then I went to the place where the relaxation room it's called, but yeah, where people were sitting, and there was an American there, and there was signs everywhere. If you speak, you are allowed to speak here, but if you speak here, speak quiet. He was almost basically shouting into his phone, and he was being so obnoxious and inconsiderate to everyone else there, and being on a call with someone about stuff. He was quite young, maybe 20, between 23 and 27. It was kind of obvious because his logic was so far-fetched in a way that usually I associate with youths that have great illusions of grandeur. I mean, the specific kind that youths have, which is kind of they are really hoping for something, and they just see possibilities, and they think that everything they come up with is a get rich quick scheme. and added with the American attitude, which is kind of the same but on steroids. This guy was kind of screaming in his phone about his new idea, and it's like, yeah, do that. No one understands you. But then there was a Japanese person sitting in a chair, and in at the table I was sitting and eating, and he woke up. He was napping kind of, and he woke up and he just said under his breath like uruse, like noise, not noisy, but loud, obnoxious foreigner. And I just replied while eating, and I said, "Yeah, extremely obnoxious." And he started laughing, and we started talking. And I didn't go to bed until 1 o'clock because we got in such a big discussion or conversation. So we spoke in Japanese all the time. He first asked if we should speak in English because he could speak English. But then I said that one of my main purposes for this trip is to speak Japanese as much as possible and to get better at speaking, because words don't come out, and grammar is very bad, and I just need to once stop feeling annoyed about that in conversations, because that stills the conversation completely. If I focus too much on, no, I should have said that, or I should be able to say this. No, I just need to keep the flow going and try to use as much grammar as I know that I am certain about. I cannot just put in nisuite no yona and things. I know those grammars, but the thing is, there are many grammars I know on paper and that I understand when I listen to podcasts. But then if I remember, this grammar exists, but I don't remember the grammar, what the grammar was for exactly, or stuff, I cannot use it like that. So I should just use as much of the grammars as possible instead of doing too simplified sentences. Try to speak properly as well as I could with the most Japanese possible. That's kind of what I'm trying to, and also try to not stilt the conversation with eto too much, or just waiting. So we were talking, and then there was and we were talking about how annoying Americans were. The dude was still in the room, and then a Korean person, very drunk Korean person, stopped and said, "Oh yeah," and we joined into the conversation, and he was. It got a bit samey for a while there, because he was so drunk that he came back to the same point. So it was kind of like a weird. We discussed something for a moment, and then we get back to the starting point. Like, oh, what? How did you two talk? Why aren't you seemed like friends? And we were like, no, we are here separately. We just started talking about the American, and then we got into another subject, and then a while back to the same subject. And then there was a Chinese person that I thought was Japanese, because his Japanese was good, and we talked until I got too tired, and bid them good night and went to bed. So it was a very good day. If that would have been daytime, I would have tried to go say, please join me for food. I will treat you to food because of my university project. But that didn't happen, and I don't know if that will happen today. I thought about it this morning that if I'm going out to places, maybe that is a good place to also go right now, to get something to eat. Because one of the best things I got from the conversation yesterday was I talked about all the places I'm gonna visit, and I got like 3 or 4 restaurants, like one that everyone agreed on that had been to Kyushu a lot. Uh, uh, a sushi place, not sushi, sashimi place, which they thought was the best in Japan. And so I'm probably gonna go there on Sunday or Saturday or something like that. It will be awesome. But yeah, so now I am in the forest and I have some moments left, so I am trying to climb the mountain. I have another video that I probably will include either in the group chat, which I filmed before this, and then I just realized no, it's enough. And one of the problems I brought up in that video is that I am not certain how easy it's gonna be to get down here. It doesn't look like it. I also mentioned that in that video, but it's very steep. The steps are. It's probably easier if you look ahead, like if you see now. These are the steps ahead. It's quite. If you look here, yeah. Well, it's hard to show. It's quite high. But I think I'm gonna climb it now, and we'll see if I survive in tomorrow's video.